Welcome to the show that everybody's looking forward to Saturday nights. YouTubers United. What up, people? What's up? And everybody goes, wow. What's going on? Your pal. What's going on, buddy? How are you, Chris? What's going on? We have an issue today. We have two Josh. East and West. So let's start with the East. What's up, Josh? Go to Dizney. How are you, buddy?
What's up? I'm good.
Good. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you coming by and say hello and hang out with us for a little bit. And then we have the only one, Josh, from all the way the other side of the states.
Yeah. What is
Midnight
up, man?
Vibes.
It is hot out here. I feel like I'm in Florida without the humidity right now.
And of course, this party can't start without our beautiful friend, the redhead.
Kelly from the Mickey Bar.
Redhead.
Hello. Hey, guys.
It's complete.
Hi, Kelly.
What's up, Kelly?
So glad to be here. Sorry, I fell asleep. So
I know, that's why I texted you real
set my
quick.
alarm.
I know the feeling.
Everybody's sleeping today.
Yeah, that's why I texted you real quick. So I make sure that you remember.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I would
don't
never
worry.
forget. I set my alarm. Thank you for texting me.
No problem. So yeah, it is hot. For some reason, this past days, if you look at the temperature, it feels like more than 100 for some reason. I guess it's truly summertime, Florida. But I guess you're saying California's the same thing, right, Josh?
Yeah, we were at 97 degrees, I think, when we were in downtown Disney earlier. Yeah, I think it hit 95 or 97 degrees. So that's hot for us.
Really
Wow.
hot.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I forgot my sunblock. I was like, oh my gosh. This head?
Wow.
Yep. That happens.
Yeah.
I'm like, where's the shade? Find me the shade ASAP.
But once it burns
You
and
get one
it
of this
peels, you're good for the rest of the summer.
Yeah.
Oh man, Chad, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. And thanks for the support. I know Bloom and Chisa was here early. Rob Fuzz, live with Lena. Make it blue. Mar, what's going on? Jeffrey, what's going on? Jaden, Perfectly Cat. And Josh goes to Disney. I know that guy. And live with Roxana is here. And Emily Cedeno, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Appreciate it so much. So today, what we were waiting for, Disney opened the doors.
Yes.
So at least in Florida,
That's
I know in California they opened downtown Disney, right? I think it was, Josh, something like that.
Yeah, they opened downtown Disney. No resorts for us yet. That's been on hold because California has no idea when they're going to open things up like that. So,
Okay. So before we start with here in Orlando, let's go to California directly and see how did it went. How do you felt? Was it a lot of people? Was it the way it's supposed to be? Was it clean? And how was that day that you went? Josh?
You talking to me? I'm so out of it right now.
Welcome.
Crickets.
Can
So,
you get him some coffee, please?
so I'm having a heat stroke from the heat from downtown Disney today, I think.
What's up,
Jeez.
VP?
No, so you know what?
Hey, VP.
It was. Hey, so downtown Disney, we went on Thursday also when it actually opened up the day of, and there was a little snafu in the morning. I didn't do the proper research and realize that everyone was going to be there for the 65th anniversary merch, and I wasn't on Twitter, and so I didn't realize that they were waiting at 2 in the morning, not sleeping on the streets. So we tried to get in right when they were opening at 10, and we were in a line of cars. We have a vlog up about it, but they closed all the parking lots, but you wouldn't have known that when you're driving. So we were driving in a circle around the resort because we were just following the cars.
Yeah.
And you kept passing entrances to get in, and it's all closed. And you just keep going. And after like 2 or 3 times, we're like, okay, they're not letting anybody else in. We're going to go home, and we'll try again later. So we did go back later, and I know on Twitter there was a bunch of pictures of like madness in World of Disney for that merch. Well, I just want to say that's pretty much just, I think it was like the same video floating around all of Twitter, maybe 1 or 2 of them. And it's just in one spot of World of Disney. Because when we went, it was very calm throughout downtown Disney. And even in World of Disney, in different parts of the store where that merch was not, it was very calm, very organized. They were very limited on how many people they were letting in there. So I think there was a misperception that it was pure chaos and Downtown Disney opens up. We actually would have left if we thought it was unsafe or just chaotic, But there was a lot of room. Everybody was wearing their face masks, and I'm sure I think in Disney World too, like they're really being diligent about that. They're not allowing gators in over here. There's tons of cast members. I mean, they're everywhere. So, and they're all very welcoming and very nice and just happy. I mean, they make it seem like they're happy to have us back. So I was very happy. And, the good news is, like, I think out of the 2-3 hours that we were there, we only saw like maybe 1 or 2 people without their mask over their face. And everyone else was really just following the rules. It was very easy to social distance. So we were very happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So everybody was doing their part to make that a
safe.
Yeah, we're going through something in California where they're starting to they're basically kind of like you guys are too, probably, where they're starting to stop the progress of opening stuff up and even talking about rolling things back. And so I think people are getting the hint, like, hey man, we better follow the rules because we want this to open. We want Disneyland to open someday this year.
Yeah.
We don't want to wait till next year to have Disneyland. I mean, it was really kind of nice to be able to walk in front of the gates of Disneyland and California Adventure, really Disneyland, and to see it. But I mean, some of you guys got to go through those gates and get to go into it, and we're probably not going to see that till like October, September now.
I know. Yeah. It's they're taking their time. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, when we went a couple of days ago, I mean, I felt great. Security was good. Organization was good. Cleanliness was good. And me and BP were waiting in Haunted Mansion, and they said, you know what? A cast member came by and says it's going to take 10-15 minutes because they're cleaning the ride. So you got to wait and stuff like that. So they're doing their part. So I felt safe. So that's awesome, I think.
Yep.
I mean, it's great. I know Al was in the resorts, the Robe and stuff like that. How was the resorts these days, buddy?
I actually, I posted on your pal Al on Facebook a big long thing about my a report, if you will, on how everything went, and I am very impressed. I am very, very impressed. I'm super impressed with the cast members because they are so totally doing like everything that they need to do. You could tell that they've been well trained. You could tell that they're doing everything correctly. My brother stayed at DVC, and he said that he's actually thinking about becoming a full-on DVC member. So Kelly,
right.
Yeah, Kelly, you might be hearing from him. Yeah. But he stays club level all the time, and he said that he's been having a great time. People have been taking care of him as far as DVC goes and inside, and just like the protocol that they're doing as far as because they opened the monorail today for the first time, and Robe and I were lucky enough because we were awake. We were getting coffee at Kona Cafe, and they were like, "You want to ride the monorail?" And we're like, "Sure."
And they opened it from the resorts, from the public.
From the resorts,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and they told us, they said, you're not going to be able to go to Disney World. If you're going to Magic Kingdom, you're not going to be able to go to Magic Kingdom yet because it's not open yet because it was like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But they said that we're doing basically like a resort-to-resort test run if you want to go ride around the resort monorail. So we did. We jumped on. I got video of that. We're going to be putting video out for that pretty soon here. And but we were able to experience everything and kind of be like test subjects, I guess you could say, as far as getting on the monorail and going through the protocol. And I'm telling you all, it is super easy. It is not inconvenient. It is not like, it's taken away from the magic or anything like that. In fact, the things that they've come up with as far as the temperature readings and the checking your bags and everything, they don't even check your bags anymore. You go through this little portal thing that checks it for you. You don't have to take anything out of your pockets anymore or nothing. And it was a 50% increase of getting on the monorail than in the past, where it took forever to get on the monorail because you had to go through your bags and go through all this other stuff. Flew right on. I mean, it was really nice. It was really, really nice.
Good. So, yeah, it's the same thing. And then Josh goes to Disney. I know you went to Disney Springs. I think yesterday, the day before yesterday.
We went Friday.
Friday. Okay. So everything good? Everything clean? Or is anything?
We went down looking for just to go to the World Disney and then the Penn Central. We just went to look for anything. I have some friends that wanted some pins like that, so I was going for them as well.
Okay.
We did not know that when we were driving around that Garage Orange and Garage Lime were closed. They had both of those.
That seemed like
closed.
a common thing, right?
Right. I was like, those are like the two that we need to go to, and they closed them. They parked us the farthest garage as possible, like the marketplace, like past the marketplace.
Oh, wow.
And we had to walk through all the marketplace to get to World of Disney and then to get to Penn Central. So it was quite a walk just to get to where we were trying to go. So like the downtown Disney part of it where we used to go a lot. That's what we were aiming for. That's what we wanted to go to. So we were like, let's park in Orange or Lime because it's right smack dab right in the middle of everything. So let's go there. And they had everything blocked off. They had security guards everywhere blocking it. It was incredibly hard to find a garage to go to because there was like no signs telling you where to go. It was just like, these two are closed. Good luck. So
wow. Did they say why it was closed or?
No, they had nothing. I mean, we parked at, I don't even know what the garage is called. I don't even know what color it is or if it even is a color that we parked at, but it was
Orange, Lime.
Farthest one down.
The one that has the bridge?
Giant dome thing that had stores in it that I've never seen before in my life.
Wow.
Yeah, far, I guess.
That's so far I've never been.
Yeah,
weren't they using orange?
They were. They were using orange. Yeah.
Wow.
It was hot. It was like 87, but it felt like 95.
Yeah.
The humidity was extremely high. So by the time we even got to where we were trying to go, we were dead. So it was like we got down, we got our stuff, and then we rested for a little bit. I wanted to vlog and I wanted to live stream, but I was just so drained from the heat. Like I didn't even know what I was like. I don't even want to even like be on camera because like
Right.
it was so gross. I was so gross looking.
Yeah.
But I mean, we got to park in that one garage. We got right in, and then they test our temperature, and we walked right in. It was pretty easy once you parked, but and then the customers were really good. Penn Central was organized. World of Disney was organized. It's inconvenient, but it's also really smart that they have the only certain entrances and only certain exits. Where you can go in certain doors. It's smart. It's inconvenient for the people that are trying to go into a certain door, but at the same time, it makes sense.
Yeah. So actually, and inside the park is the same thing. Like they have a bunch of exits and like one entrance, and they have like cast members everywhere. So just to keep it safe. So, so that's another thing that's pretty cool. Chris, I know Heaven's working. Have you talked to her? How she feels? She feels good. I actually met Heaven the other day with Mickey Bunch and VP. That was great to see her over there. Yeah, she was there enjoying the park for a little bit. Anything that you can talk that she said that she felt fine?
She said there was some bumps. You know, like normal, there's going to be bumps usually. But yeah, she talked about some bumps. I'm not going to go into detail about what they were. But and like I told you earlier, she got to meet Josh tomorrow. She got picked from one of the people from Fantasyland to go to the front to welcome people in. So, and then they took a big picture. I think you can find it on Josh tomorrow's Instagram of him and I think Jeff, who's taken his place because Josh has been promoted.
Yeah.
But they're up front and they're standing in front of the castle, and they got a bunch of the cast members behind them, and Heaven's in that. And then I think you guys heard me talk about Jordan, who I say is the GOAT of Jungle Cruise skippers. She was in it as well. So, but it was really neat and everything like that. Now, if you want to know what I have to say,
okay,
Sure.
We always do.
We always do.
It's
I'll be right back.
big, beautiful tomorrow. shining at the end of every day. It's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow is just a dream away. Man has a dream, and that's the start. He follows his dream with mind and heart. And then when it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me, because it's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. It's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away.
Verse 2.
Wow.
You're practicing for Monday, aren't you?
I
Good.
feel like I was on the
No,
ride.
that's when I've been singing in the shower forever. So
Oh,
Same here. We ought to do a duet.
you know what? It's BP's fault because he live streamed that the other day and it got stuck in my head again.
Oh, yeah, it did. Yeah. Look, let me show you guys this real quick. There's people like, see, they're at the cast cleaning. I think that's what Small World, I think it is.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So see, they're cleaning. So that's
From what I understand about that is there's going to be times where the front boat's going to be cleaned and the back boat's going to be loaded, and then the other time through it'll be the front boat's going to be loaded and then the back boat's going to be clean. Is the way they're doing it, kind of going back and forth. So,
okay. Good,
I
good.
need to get in the parks. I'm just saying. I'm telling you right now, I am dying.
And me too, actually. I haven't been in the park.
You will get there, buddy. You will get there.
But,
When is it open
The
again?
whole month.
You have to wait another month?
oh
I have
shoot.
a whole month to wait.
Or can you do reservations already?
Yeah, I have reservations for the day I'm allowed to go back. Like it's the exact day. Like August 8th, I have reservations for that weekend.
Awesome.
Like I'm
good.
going.
Good
Good.
work. You put the work in, you can get where you need to be at, you know? But you got to put the work in. That's what I found out too,
Good.
Yep.
you know?
Good.
Yep.
Hello. Welcome.
Hi, Gonzo. Hi,
How are you?
everybody.
Hi, Becky.
Becky,
Hi, everybody.
I didn't
hi,
let you down.
Becky.
I didn't let you down. I wear the mask. You
I
saw
saw
it.
that. I saw
So
that.
thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. That
You're
was a great,
welcome.
great gift. So thank you so much for that.
Of course.
So
Get some stuff. Go ahead. I'll
What?
be right back. I'll be
Oh.
right back. I'm going to grab some stuff.
all right, all right. So Kelly, what do you think? How do you hear? What do you hear so far? I know you're working hard. Are the people treating you better because the park's
Yes.
open?
You know, yes. Yeah.
Oh, that yes sounded like
That wasn't so convincing.
yeah, I know.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You know, I still may be possibly responsible for Walt Disney World and Disneyland closing in the first place, according to some people that told me. But
That's funny.
but no, people are excited to, you know, come here, and availability is pretty darn great. So, you know, when people normally couldn't book in the summer, you know, maybe at Boardwalk or Beach Club or Polynesian, they are able to book that now. So there's a lot of people that are just happy to get here.
awesome.
Yeah, and they have plenty of time and space right now. A lot of people are not coming down here for certain. I mean, I know for why, but and the parks are empty. Honestly, I mean, they're doing.
And that's good. You know, I
Yeah.
think Disney's keeping the limits really low. So it's the best time to come. If you know, you want to be safe, and, you know, I mean, honestly, Gonzo, wasn't it great the day we went? I mean, you could do everything.
Yeah, it was great, and I thought now that it's officially open day, it would maybe more people will show up, or it was gonna be more packed. But it was the same thing. I mean, rides that were like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and maybe other rides took a little bit longer. But it's also because they were cleaning the rides, and like Chris was saying, they clean one car and the bag and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it was empty. So now's the time to go if you want to enjoy park a little bit better. I think
know
now's the time to go, and it's safe. I mean, it's common sense, people. Wash your hands, take care of yourself, wear a mask. You know,
And there, I mean, I felt like, a lot of people before
Yes, Mari,
it
yes.
opened were kind of like, it's not going to be magical. Gonzo, we felt the magic, right? It was magical that, we got caught in a parade, and it was kind of like, it was a parade for us because nobody else was around.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you also create your own magic a little bit. You got to work with what you have.
Wasn't it magical walking through and hearing the sounds of Disney World, like the
Yes.
loop that goes through there?
I found that just going to downtown Disney too. It's just the atmosphere, the vibe, the ambiance. Just everything. Hearing the music, walking. There's just something about it that gets you in that happy spirit. Even when it's hot, but it's just the magic is still there.
Yeah, the magic is still there. And
I mean,
Becky,
they
for
have
you,
special things at World of Disney and stuff like that out in the parks now that they don't have usually ever. So like Merida on a horse, Gaston on a horse, like those kind of things have never been in the parks, and now they're doing them for people that are coming. So it's like there's certain things that are gone, but they've added things to kind of adapt to that.
right, and make it fun at the same time. Excuse me, and make it fun at the same time. So Becky, how was your experience? I know Josh told me that it was hot, and you guys had to go back and went back later to the downtown Disney.
Yeah,
So how
look,
was your experience?
I'm almost 50. Me and the heat are not friends. Me and the heat do not get along at all. But the experience was great. Heat aside, I felt very safe and I felt very comfortable.
Good.
I think the people there were all doing what Disney was requesting of them to do when we got there, because we got there later in the day. Seemed like everybody was in a good spirit. It was just a really good vibe. We enjoyed our walk.
Yeah.
It was a much better experience than I expected. I didn't expect to have a bad experience, but it was even much better than what I expected. So I totally enjoyed myself just walking around. I think I disconnected somebody here.
No, you're
Nope.
fine.
Okay.
You good?
So I totally enjoyed walking around. It was nice we bumped into our friend Caleb. We call him Cameo Caleb because he's always in everybody's vlogs and out in California.
Right.
It was,
and it's so funny. Can I tell this?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, go
hilarious.
ahead.
So we were walking, when you get by the water fountain where it's
You're about to go into the Esplanade.
when you're going to go into the Esplanade.
Okay.
Well, we just passed that. We passed the ticket booth, and I was like, hey, who's looking pretty cool lately? Cameo Caleb. He's just looking really sharp, and this kid dresses like kind of like
50s.
50 style. And right when we passed the ticket booth, here he comes walking towards us, and I was like, no way. And he came, did his little cameo, and it was just fun, to see, Fresh Baked was there, and
Just to
Magical
see,
Journeys.
just to see everybody there, and then like today we met up with some friends and stuff, and it's fun to see I don't want to say old faces, but faces that you usually see around the parks, and that you're like, hey, they're back, and this and that, and people that you normally don't even hang out with maybe outside of the parks at all, but when you see them at the parks, you might hang out for a couple hours or for an hour or whatever the case may be. It was kind of nice to actually do that.
And we don't
it was
know
like old times.
And we don't know Magical Journeys at all. I don't even think we've ever said hi or met them, even though we see them around the park. But it was really cool to see them there because they do all food vlogs, So it was cool to see them there and be able to do those food vlogs again, and it was just a nice experience.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad that that it was safe. And again, we can go back to a couple of weeks, the live streams that we did together, and we were wondering how it's going to be. Was it going to be clean? If we felt good? So I guess all of us feel safe.
Oh yeah.
In particular way. Something I want to bring up. I don't know if you guys saw the picture of a couple that won the first day when the park opened
And the orders.
and bought bags
Everything.
Oh yeah.
full of merchandise, and they were walking outside with all these bags. Marianne, what's going on? I mean, so
Splash Mountain, wasn't it? Didn't
Josh-
they buy a whole bunch of Splash Mountain?
George goes to this. It wasn't you, right?
Oh my goodness.
I just want my should be have your tablet like that.
I mean, if it was me, I wouldn't be selling it. I'd be like, just like being it on my bed.
Oh, I just want to make sure. I don't know. You had your tablet like that. I'm like, oh boy.
No, I'm just like, I'm shook about it.
So here's the thing, and Carlos, friend of ours, was streaming today. They selling these things in eBay for a long price. I mean, like 4 times or 5 times. Why Disney allows this?
I was going to say, you can't blame them if Disney allows it. Do I agree with it?
Right, Becky,
No,
I get it.
But
they should put limits on it. I mean,
I
honestly,
agree.
I think in Disneyland it's usually worse, honestly. I mean, it's crazy.
I agree with you,
It gives
Kelly.
annual pass holders a bad name in Disneyland so much. But it doesn't normally happen here in Disney World just because there's so much stuff and everything's so big. And there's just, like, we don't sell out of a lot of the things like they do at Disneyland.
Yeah,
But
you see it happen
Funkos-
here. You see it
Funkos
happen
they
here
do.
with the popcorn buckets and everything else.
And I'm surprised that Disneyland just hasn't beefed up their orders unless they want that like hype behind their product.
Well,
And
you know,
so-
because a lot of people can't get the product that, maybe just want 1 or 2.
But with online now too, it's like they can offer it on Shop Disney or online, and if they just have the supplies to where, because I understand not everyone lives in California or lives in Florida and gets to go to the parks like we do all the time and stuff, and so they have to buy it off of eBay or whatever. But if they offer it online, Disney offers it online, you don't have to if they have enough quantity. Where you don't have to pay these crazy prices. I mean, they're already expensive as it is, so the different stuff.
Right.
Well, it was like the toilet
mean-
paper mentality, Everybody.
Yes.
Was like,
And I sort of love that some things are exclusively purchased in the park. I mean, like, I'm sort of a Disney merch snob when it comes to that. Like, I like stuff that is only in the parks. Like, you can't get in a store outside of Disney. But, and I'm not even against personal shoppers that shop. But when they're buying so much and then selling, a stuffed animal for, $100 when it was $20, it's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, it's sad. And you see them come out with garbage bags. And I'm really sad because Gonzo and I went in the Splash Mountain store and there was nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. It was crazy. I mean, nothing.
Now, I know this, and MVP, he's there. He talked to some management, and they actually said that the merch wasn't selling for Splash Mountain. Obviously, nobody was buying until all this change starts happening. Then everybody started buying stuff. But they actually have the merchandise, since it wasn't selling. They had the merchandise in some off-site warehouse, so they have to bring it from the off-site warehouse inside the park property. So when me and Kelly and BP went the first time, it wasn't nothing there. They restocked in the afternoon, but the line was crazy. I said, BP, forget it. I'm not even gonna try it. On the next morning, they had everything. They even have pins and everything the next
did they?
morning.
Good.
Yeah, I have. I think somebody got me the pin, thank God. So that's good. But again, it's not that issue that. What's the issue for me is why you allow people to buy bulk of it.
Right.
Everybody's
I'm with
waiting
you
to
on
go
that.
back to the parks. Just keep a limit for a little. I know you want to make money. You got to make it up somehow. But let's have control. It's like we saw a cup of what was the BP? A cup of Star Wars in Starbucks. The first day that cast members went. When we went, Cali, it was gone, sold out. They said like the first 20 minutes. Come on, you're not gonna have merchandise for the rest of the cast members the second day that they go to.
Right.
Well, even
That-
I really
It'll work
wish I
for
had
you.
booked that first day now, but I wanted to go on my birthday.
No, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, hey man, if they allow it, they allow it. And if you're gonna go to even and buy it for 200, 300, 800, you want to support that? Hey, by all means, I will do it. I mean, I won't.
I know when I went to the cast member preview for Galaxy's Edge there at Disney World that when we walked in, they had a cast member area, and it was the cast member exclusive stuff, and they had limits that it was like a cast member could only buy one of each. So, but the thing is this thing with the Splash Mountain, from what we're hearing is it's going to be 3 years till it's rethemed. If they've got warehouses full of this stuff, they're going to still be selling the merchandise for the original Splash Mountain now. So
right,
yeah,
it'll be so funny if they don't retheme. I would be like,
you're like,
Becky and Josh know this. Like, when they redid Tower of Terror, oh man, did Disney milk that? I mean, they had late checkout. Remember late checkout, and they had all this merch for Tower of Terror closing. So, and then of course the new theming. So.
Mm-hmm.
And even I was gonna say earlier, when even like we've seen like Disney limit like popcorn buckets, they put a limit of 2 per person. All those, but they don't have a system that tracks their, because not everyone uses the AP discount either. But they don't have a system that tracks it. So we see people get in line, get their 2, go to a different stand, get in line, get 2 more, go to a different stand, get 2 more,
and they're walking around the park with all these popcorn
and they got
buckets.
like they're like the Hulk because they're carrying 20 popcorn buckets, you know, but. There's ways around, I guess, the limits that these people, if there's a demand for it on eBay and stuff, I mean, they're going to figure out a way around it. Unfortunately, it just leaves it for a lot of people who might come later in the day. They're like, ugh, you know, we don't have so much. And then we've also seen Disney say, okay, today we're bringing out, 3,000 popcorn buckets, and then they're holding off until the next day, and then they're bringing out another 3,000. So they're just kind of trickling it out there. So to try to help other people get it, but still, if you're not there early enough, you won't get it.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is that with the Splash Mountain merch, is that Disney knew it was coming. They knew exactly what was going to happen because they took all the Splash Mountain merchandise off the property and put it in one spot. So they knew it was going to sell like crazy. So they knew what was going to happen. They should have set a limit, or at least attempted to say, hey, 1 or 2 of each item per person per day. The second thing that makes me kind of upset is that people used the annual pass holder preview spot just to go buy a bunch of merch. Where that could have been given to somebody else that really wanted to go and experience the magic of Disney that may not be able to go later in the year or for whatever reason. So they went and took a spot on those 2 days to go literally buy some merch and leave. So to me, that could have been someone who actually wanted to go and see the Merida Parade or see the different things that are happening and see the new castle that may not be able to go, like me in August. So I'm talking about myself, just getting your heads up. So it just, to me, that was one of the things that made me really upset, was that they wasting spots, and then Disney also knew about it. So I feel like Disney could have, if they wanted to, which I don't think they did, put limits on, especially the plushies, because those people flaunting those plushies like it was no big deal, like garbage bags full of all 3
How about the
different characters.
cases? The ones that were walking out with the cardboard. Like, personally, just me, who I am as a person, I wouldn't feel comfortable walking down
I would
downtown
be so embarrassed.
Disney, knowing that people want, my dumb self would be, oh, I'm so sorry, did you want one? Giving them away, you know what I mean? like I couldn't do it, but
And I guess it's been a constant problem with Disney too, but it's like, I'm thinking like, they're so financially, just the last 4 months has been so tough, that are they thinking like, just sell everything as fast as we can, just get as much capital in here as possible,
before they shut us down again.
I think the way I understood it from VP when he was talking about it, it wasn't that they brought in a lot of merchandise. It was they had a lot of merchandise because it hadn't been selling before, is what it was. So
nobody wanted it before, all of a sudden.
But they took it off of every single place and property. There was no Splash Mountain merch at Downtown Disney at all. Like no pins. Like the 2020 merch right now is all buy one get one free of all the 2020 style merch. So there was a 2020 Splash Mountain Brer Rabbit pin that had just him and the character and the number 2020. That's nowhere to be found. There's a 2020 mystery pin boxes that have Brer Rabbit in it. That's nowhere to be found because it's all on Splash Mountain gift shop. So for me, if you have extras of extras and extras, spread it out everywhere so people that can't get into the parks have a chance of getting a little bit of it. Like me, I would have liked to go on and get at least the Brer Rabbit one of the 2020.
And it's sad because the only way to really control that, and you can't, is that people have to not buy it for those high prices on eBay or buy it, on, like, I refuse to buy any of my crafting stuff, or like when I was into Ray, or when I buy Ray Dunn, I refuse to buy any of that on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, because I know it's either stolen or they've taken advantage of something, and I'm not going to pay the markup price, because I feel like, I used to work in retail a long time ago, but I feel like by me making the purchase, I'm contributing to the problem. But I know collectors, they want their stuff, so they'll pay the price. But unfortunately, that's the only way you can really control that, is by not paying their marked up price on it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like the Jungle Cruise Funko Pop that got released last night, I went to eBay to look at it just to see what the price would be like before it got released. There was 4 listings on eBay already for $100 to $120 a piece, and it was getting released at $40 retail.
It's available right now.
Yeah,
I just bought one before the show.
Oh, I got mine at 3
Yeah,
a.m.
you got. I know, but it like said it was sold out, but it's done that on Shop Disney. But it's so cute, right? It's so
really
cute.
But they're selling it on eBay already, and it hadn't been released.
Crazy.
For like double the price, and I'm like, y'all, just get on the thing and look for it. You may have a chance to get it before you go and spend the $100 on something that's actually $40.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Al, what do you think of that merchandise thing?
Well, actually, I was talking to a cast member today. She works at Kona, and she was telling me, she said, it's a love-hate situation right now with the cast members.
Yeah.
Because the cast members right now, I'm not sure if anybody is aware of this, but they get 50% off of merchandise in the parks and everywhere. But the problem is, and this is what she was telling me, is that the cast members are also blacked out of the parks right now.
Yeah.
Blocked out. They're blocked out. So they can't go
September.
in. Yeah, till September. So she's like...
And that's a maybe, right?
Yeah, and that's a maybe for September. It's a possibility they'll be back in September. But she said that the main problem that she's dealing with is she wants this Haunted Mansion backpack. And you can only get it in, what is it?
Memento Mori.
Memento Mori. Yeah, you can only get it there. So she can't get into the parks to get it for 50% off.
That's so sad. That's
sucks.
And
that's
terrible. I told her, I was like, I just
like, why give them the 50% if they can't buy anything?
Well, I think they gave us the 50% as kind of a like, here, look, we're giving you something
because you can't go in the parks.
Don't look over here where you can't go into the parks. We're giving you.
But does that discount count at like downtown Disney?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
And the resort as well.
And online.
Online.
And not online.
Not online, not the 50%?
Oh, no, not online.
No,
not
because I
online.
tried it.
Yeah,
I tried it. No, it's only, but we are able to go to like the resorts and purchase stuff there.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have some pretty cool, unique things.
Yeah.
So
I told her, I said, I always thought this too is, like as everyone should know by now, I don't work at, but I work with Home Depot. And it'd be a shame if, like, on my day off, if I wanted to go shop at Home Depot, they were like, no, you can't. All right, you're blocked out.
Not you.
Yeah.
You can only come when you're working here. That's it.
Yeah.
And they offered you a discount too.
But then they're like, well, we give you 20% off,
But you can't come in. I'd be
like, come on.
I was kind of hoping they would let us go to like Epcot or Animal Kingdom, which usually doesn't meet the limits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just don't understand why we're blocked out. Y'all are blocked out of the park. I mean,
yeah.
If you have a day off and you want to go to the parks and enjoy yourself, it's like you can't go because you're blocked out.
So is every day selling out to their new capacity limits?
No.
So shouldn't they open up those days for cast
members? It would be beautiful.
Even if it is last minute, like just like, okay, hey, tomorrow we're gonna unblock this day.
I like the way Josh thinks.
I do too. Disney, if you're listening,
that's compromising.
Calling them right
because
now.
then they're gonna make some money by having cast members in the park because they're gonna spend money.
Sales.
You buy merch, you buy food, you buy
gotta buy a
drinks,
soda, whatever.
cast members are the biggest fans.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the ones that go to the park and buy all the stuff.
Probably just a control thing too. No?
Yeah.
For sure.
And food is
y'all's
40%
Connections
off.
open yet?
No.
No, I check every day, and it's not open yet. I will
I'm
let
waiting.
you know.
Character
The
warehouse
warehouse
is not
isn't
open.
open either, and it's kind of bumming me out.
No, I went the other day with BP. It's not open yet. Unfortunately, we're waiting for that to open. But yeah, it's sad for cast members that they can't go down to 3 months. So that's kind of suck.
So yeah, that's how I feel about it. But as far as everybody buying out the merch, like we were talking about before, though, buying out the merch and selling it on eBay, and it's like for a higher price. That's sharking, isn't it? Isn't that what the phrase is called? Sharking, something like that.
Is there something in the guidelines though that says we can't resell merch if we're a pass holder?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
There is, right?
Yeah.
So all
Didn't
they
we
do
sign
is
that contract that says you can't resell merchandise that you buy?
yeah, but all they do is have somebody else who's not a pass holder, a family member or something, or they just open up an eBay account with a whole different name and stuff, and then they just work their way around it.
I mean, those pass holders that had bags of
Scalping
flushes should have been kicked out.
That I gotta get kicked out.
Thank you, Mar. Yeah, I believe
Someone
it's
should have
called
ripped
scalping.
bag.
Yeah.
So another change that came up, I think yesterday, is and the BP brought it here is Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a new virtual queue.
I
Yes.
haven't been in it.
Gonzo,
So, yes,
we're
sir.
finally going to be able to ride Rise of Resistance.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yes.
Oh, you
So-
guys haven't written it?
No.
Here's the thing.
What?
I
I'm so
haven't.
sorry for you guys.
Here's the
I
thing.
haven't. Cast members were blocked out of Hollywood Studios.
So Becky,
Yeah, that's right.
here's the thing. We were planning.
Mm-hmm.
My man here took some days off. We're gonna resort. Gonzo, you ready? I'm ready. I got my pack. I got my back. Ready. Right of the Resistance. The Mickey train.
Let's
What
go.
happened? Al, what happened?
COVID-19.
There we go.
Dun,
That's
dun,
it.
dun.
Yeah.
So hopefully, now that I'm gonna go Thursday to Hollywood Studios, I can make it happen.
Yeah.
Because
Do it, Gonzo. Do what you got to do.
I know. In case you guys haven't seen the news, they changed it now. So now is what, like 10 o'clock?
Mhm.
It's like
There's
3 or 4
4
times.
times throughout the day.
Yeah, 10 o'clock,
And-
12, 2 and 4, something like that.
No,
That you can-
basically, no more getting there at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And sitting there. and-
Right.
So, just because I don't know, does
Mhm.
your guys' Rise of Resistance break down as much as our Rise of Resistance?
Apparently, sometimes, yeah.
Apparently.
So maybe
Yeah.
that works out because it takes about that long before they can get you in the queue in between the breakdown. So maybe they just figured this is how it works. This is when we can actually let them ride.
And then he says that, unfortunately, it doesn't guarantee you that you're going to be there. So,
Mhm.
Okay, so it runs really good at 10, 2, and 6. So let's go ahead and get the people on. Right.
so the park opens that day at 10 o'clock. So
Yeah.
that will be my first shot. If not, I'll try the second one. But hopefully, well, I don't have a wood, but I knock on my desk that we can make it happen. I'm going with a bunch of friends, so hopefully we all can make it happen. But what do you guys think? Smart move from Disney? Do you think they should left it the way it was before, or do you think do a line and go for it? What do you guys think? Open floor, whoever wants to go first.
So they're letting you sign up for a virtual queue throughout the day.
Correct,
Is-
4 times. So
4
before,
different
you
times.
have to go early in the
Yeah.
morning and
One
try
time.
to get it.
I-
Yeah.
So now it's 4. You have
Now it's
4
4.
chances to go. Hey, Subcargo, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea because being at Disneyland when Rise of Resistance opened up and, you're there in the parks, it opens at 8, so they let you in at 6:30 or 7:30 or 7:45, and everybody is sitting on Main Street trying to get that pass. And then when half those people do not get into the queue, they just leave. They're disappointed. They're frustrated. At least knowing that you'll have another chance or maybe 2 or 3 more chances, it doesn't ruin your whole day. It's like, okay, I'm not going to ride it at 10 in the morning, but maybe I'll get it at 2, So I think that's a good idea.
I think it's
Yeah.
a great idea too.
I agree. I think they did it to prevent people from standing around
Mhm.
like near each other to help with social distancing because like
That's
people would
smart.
stand outside the gate but like on top of each other for hours waiting for a chance to get in that gate to get a spot on that ride. So I think it has to do with they can't open the gates until the exact time that they say they're going to open, and then it's also to prevent people from being on top of each other trying to get first in that gate. to get that spot.
Yeah, and I think it gives you the opportunity, since it's a limited crowd, that it gives opportunity for more people to go to the ride.
Yeah, I think
bet you,
so.
and I bet you, as the day goes on, it's easier to get it in those later times because a lot of people have already gone, maybe left, or they're not even trying anymore because they've already got it. So I think that going for a 2 o'clock or a 6 o'clock time frame might be pretty easy to get.
No, sometimes with Fast Pass, it's that way too. Like with Soarin', I've noticed with Soarin' in the morning and in the early, towards the early afternoon, it's always really hard to get on that ride. But towards the afternoon, you can jump right on. With a Fast Pass, you can grab a Fast Pass, you can get on. It's easier to get a Fast Pass. It's not sold out, and you have to try again later.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. The logic is there.
And it's crazy, guys. That who would have thought that on July 11th, on a summertime, Flight of Passage will be 10-minute wait time.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question about
So,
that.
it is like the best time to go to Disney.
Right.
That's crazy. I saw that.
That's
The walk on.
that's great.
Well, they got rid of some of the pre-show stuff, so it's faster. You don't have to wait like 10 minutes while you're talking to somebody.
Yeah.
and shaking your whole body and all that kind of junk.
Yeah.
I'm very
Do you
curious.
think-
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Sorry. Do you think that Flight of Passage is a shorter time, or will be a shorter time because they're able to clean some rooms while the other rooms are going?
Yeah, of course.
Like they're able to stop. Like they're able to keep the ride going and not having to stop it to clean it.
Correct.
Yeah.
The same thing. The same things also works with the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. What people don't know is those cockpits are like a how do I want to say it? Rotate
There's
is
a lot
what
of
they're doing. So while one's running, they can be cleaning another one. You see what? So
Whereas like Small World, they have to clean the boat, kind of stop it for a minute,
right.
and the line might get longer. Whereas,
Well, that's why I was saying on Small World, it was they were loading the front, cleaning the back, loading the front, cleaning the back, or vice versa. But yeah.
And Rise of Resistance, the same way. There's I think 4 different loading area rooms, so they can load a couple while they clean a couple, and then then just switch it up. But the curious thing with Rise of Resistance is so much of that ride relies on the pre-shows.
Right.
And actually, the only way, for both parks, the only way to get on the ride is through one of the pre-shows, and it has to move you to space.
So yeah, so that's the other thing that he was talking about. I haven't read it yet, but he was telling me that exactly what you're saying, Josh. Is like it's a small ship that will take you to wherever it needs to take you. So maybe that's why they put 4 times a day, so they could spread those people and they could go ahead, like little by little, put them on the ship, and little by little, everyone and go on the rise. That's the way I see it.
Because I believe
to make it safe for everyone.
Yeah, because I believe on that ship you could still socially distance and get, probably 10, depending on the group sizes too, because groups of families don't have to socially distance, so they can be together. So depending on, if it's 2 people or a family of 6, you could put 15 people on that ship and still be socially distanced versus the 30 or 40 that they put now. Right. Or even in the pre-shows, are they going to have markers on the floor saying, okay, your group stands here, your group stands here, because the pre-shows on that ride are very important to the details of why you're there,
Yeah.
Especially Flight of Passage.
Yeah.
Do you think they might be doing it the same way that they've been doing with the ferry and the monorail, where they have numbers down and you're supposed to stand on that number? Then what I seen today on the ferry boat, it's like if it says number 6, that means you got to wait till 6 ferry boats come in. And then when you get on there, there's dots that you're supposed to stand on when you're on the ferry boat. So I could see that happening for that ship that you got to get on there for Rise of Resistance.
Yeah, it was weird because when we went, Kelly, I'm pretty sure you remember that, we were standing like in dots and they were moving us around. And then you walk through the ramp, and of course you have your 6 feet thingy. Then when you go up, then it says how many in your party, 4 or 5, whatever, and then it tells you, okay, go to number 6. And that's what you need to know. You need to wait there. And the same thing with, like Chris was saying, on the ferry, the same thing. You have to wait, and then you have dots that you have to stand. You can sit, at least in the top, you can't sit. It says no, do not sit. So it's like and then the funny thing is, I don't know if you guys remember, like in the second floor, once the ferry arrived, everybody started going down. No anymore. The first floor goes down. I mean, goes out of the ferry, and then the second floor starts going out. So they're taking the time. I mean, again, I was saying that in the live, and I said it again. If you were thinking that it's not going to be safe, I felt safer than any other place I go.
The safest place to be.
Yeah, and I think
Honestly,
somebody was telling us that people that were not wearing their masks properly at Downtown Disney, that the cast members were actually telling them, put it above your nose. Like, if they saw them, were actually telling them, to wear it properly, is what we were told.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want that image, especially after the Thursday opening, where the only image on Twitter was people going just losing their minds over 65th anniversary merch. They want to erase that image, and they want pictures of people social distancing and wearing their masks.
Right.
Because that image I was floating around Twitter was not really a true picture of what was going on.
And it didn't help for us because that picture was out, right? And we were trying to go to the park, but we weren't actually trying to get there, like, be in Downtown Disney by 10. So we were going, we're like, let's shoot a vlog. We live really close to Disneyland. So the line of cars was ridiculous. And it went all the way around down Disney and around. It just put us in a circle. And we're like, what? We didn't even get in a parking lot because the parking lots were closed.
It was like if the cars were the Haunted Mansion vehicles on an Omnimover surrounding the whole parking area. That's what was happening. It was just a big thing just going around, and there was nowhere to go if you wanted to go. You just kept going around in a circle.
Forget it. Let's go home. And I was like, well, I don't want to be there if it's that packed, And then we see the picture, and I'm like, oh, heck no. And then, as watching, jumping on, seeing some other live streams, and you can see that. That was just in the morning with everybody trying to buy all the merch, and then it, mellowed out.
So I was going to ask you guys, I mean, in reality, there wasn't control of that store. I mean, you said that the picture doesn't.
No, that was so when you go into World of Disney.
Area, I think.
When you go to World of Disney, they have different areas with the different merch, right?
Gotcha.
So all of the 65th anniversary merch was in one little section. Well, of course, when they let in 30 people, and they were limiting the amount of people into the store, but when they let them in, they all ran to that area. And if you really look at that picture of that video, how many people are really in that area? 10, 15, maybe at the most?
Yeah. So more, but...
No, it was a tiny little, I mean, it's really a small area. So, like, even when our friends went into World Disney and stuff, it was very spacious and very, there was no chaos going on.
Because it's like it's a little block where they put all that merch in. So everybody that was there early in the morning to get that specific merch, they just flocked it.
And the rest of World Disney was peaceful and inside the store, and it wasn't chaos. But
I don't know because I wasn't there, so I can't say that's a true statement.
Well, I'm going by all the Instagram posts that I was looking at, the live streams that I was looking at.
I'm saying we weren't there, so just in case.
I mean, I think if it was more chaotic, you would have saw more videos and more pictures than what was available.
Yeah, I agree.
I saw hundreds of images and videos of social distancing happening, spacing, everybody was fine, and I only saw a couple images of chaos that happened right in the morning. And and you had to actually get into a queue kind of away from World of Disney to sign up to receive a text message to then be able to get into another queue to go in.
But didn't they say that wasn't implemented in the morning?
Huh?
Didn't they say that wasn't implemented in the morning?
I can't 100% say that, but it's possible.
Yeah, I thought it was said that texting system was not in place in the morning.
But they were still limiting the amount of people
I think that's
into the store.
Yes, they were.
And then it became like a 2-hour wait. So you'd wait to get your phone number on a list, and then they would text you. That text would usually come about an hour to 2 hours later, and then you'd get into like a 20 or 30 person line to get into the store, and then they would, as people exit, they let you in.
Yeah, they did that here.
So very controlled.
They just sprint. Yeah, they did that as well. You have to virtual queue kind of thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't the first day at Disney Springs, every vlogger in America was there. So it looked like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so busy.
We were there.
Since then, it's been very, not busy and nice. I mean, it's been nice because not all these people around. So.
Yeah, I agree.
We were
Even
surprised how laid back it was and how empty it was on Friday.
Yeah, even today on a Saturday, we went to eat lunch and just to meet some friends, and very mellow, very peaceful.
What's that inside joke going on over there?
I don't know. He threw
this
something
guy-
at me,
this
and it
guy
was
over
kinda
here.
greasy. I don't know what it was.
Oh, you're having a good time over there.
All right.
Yeah, no, but again, it's there's a picture of Magic Kingdom that a lot of people were together, and they were saying, some people were saying that, oh, social distancing, but it turns out they were family. So
Yeah.
Right.
there's people there that want to do the harm. Come on.
And it was cast member preview day. It made me so sad because Gonzo and I were there. Gonzo was there all day, but there were no. I mean, it was so safe. There were hardly anybody there. Everybody was far apart, and I was thinking, yeah, what if that's all family, or they all know each other and they went together? It just wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Well, there's some pictures on Instagram of yesterday's opening for Magic Kingdom, I think, where there was a YouTuber who put up some stuff on her Instagram where people were like back to back trying to get in the park. And there was a line like to the bus station of people waiting to get in the park. And she was like, I'm not even going to attempt to go get in that line because that's not safe. But then she's like, once you actually get in the park, it's a different story because there's more room to spread out. And you can actually social distance when you're in the park. Whereas that was only at the front where there was people that were like on top of each other. So,
well, Robe asked a really good question to a cast member while we were there over the weekend, and that question was, he said, walking around the resort, I noticed there's not a lot of people here. And the cast member said, yeah, it's great. He said, oh, don't get me wrong, it's great. I'm not bashing. He said, my question to you though is if there's nobody around, and say me and my brother here are walking around the park together or the resort together, and there's nobody else around, do we have to wear the mask? And the cast member said, actually, if you drop your mask or anything and there's nobody else around you, we're not really going to say anything because you're by yourself. But the moment you start seeing people start to walk closer to you, you have to put your mask on. So, as far as the families determined, how Kelly was just saying, you don't know if these people are family and it's a group of people walking together. Look around those people because it might be a group of people that are family that know each other, that came to the resort together, and they're just following the protocol. They're following that nobody else is around them. They're more than 6 feet away from each other. Me and Robe were alone walking down the alleyways to the pool and back again. There was nobody around. It was a ghost town.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And, we walked past cast members from a distance. They were like, across the street from us. And Robe saw them coming towards us, and he put his mask on, and they'd give us a thumbs up, because we were following protocol. We were doing what we were supposed to do. Strangers walking towards us, we did it,
I really thought that story was going to go with the Robe asking if he has to wear pants.
Me too.
That was the next question, but I was going to save that for the video.
If I wear a mask, do I have to wear pants?
But it's funny when you're in a restaurant and you sit down to, eat, you can take your mask off. And you have people around you. So, kind of
but you have to keep your pants on.
But you have to keep your pants on.
Yeah.
We don't follow those. I'm not following those rules right now.
Josh goes to Disney. Had the pleasure to meet the Robe last weekend. So.
Oh, really?
Last Sunday, yeah. So.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I'm jealous.
Oh, here in the chat. Remember, he was with us in
right.
the
that's right.
Yeah, I got the questions of Funkos from him.
Well,
he was just throwing them out at me. I was like, okay, yeah, okay.
The Robe met Adam the Woo.
Oh, wow.
Yesterday. We met Adam the Woo yesterday. We met up with someone we haven't seen in a long time. It was Nate, Paige and Mr. Morrow.
Yeah.
We finally saw Nate. We hung out with Nate at California Grill, and it was by chance. It wasn't planned at all. It's just we happened to be in the same place at the same time, and We had a good conversation. I haven't talked to Nate in like over 9 months. So it was awesome to see them, and it's cool. I loved it. I loved it. It was great. You know?
Good stuff. Good stuff. Moon Cheetah says, should they make a reservation system for new products, new merchandise for the first few weeks? Only those getting reservation will get merchandise, only allowed to reserve a set amount.
They need to do something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Put something in place.
It sucks that you can get merchandise, and it's more when you work for the company, you can get anywhere. You know? Sucks. It sucks.
It's okay. In regards to the cast members not being able to go till September, it still blows my mind that they get retrained. They have to learn a whole new process of how to work at this job. They have to do all this work and do all this stuff, and they get a 15% discount that they can't use maybe till October.
Oh, it's only good through the month of July.
Okay.
So let me get that real
don't even
clear
get that.
right now. It's good through July 31st, and we're allowed to go to like the Disney Vacation Club resorts or whatever to buy merchandise there.
What
But
about
not
Disney Springs?
Disney Springs, but not the park. So I am sort of like excited that we get to go to the resort.
Wow. So until you like, wow.
Because right now you need a dining reservation
Even
or
worse,
a
man.
hotel reservation to go.
Right.
Yeah.
That's even worse. Jesus.
Yeah, I thought it lasted longer than that.
Yeah.
No, July 31st.
Wow. That's crazy. Wow. Anyhow, guys, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to my friends who are Al, Addy Family Adventure, Meet Life Vibes, Josh, Go to Disney, and the Mickey Bunch. And make sure you hit that thumbs up, like, and share. And by all means, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel as well. You know?
Yes.
Sometimes I forget about that, but
No.
thanks so much for being here. So Disney's open.
Yep.
Everybody agreed that is safe.
Yes.
Yes.
Entirely.
Looks safe.
I'll put money on it.
Question for everyone that doesn't think they should come to Disney. Do you think they should or they shouldn't? And I'm going to start with the Mickey Bunch first.
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
She's zoned out. You closed, she's zoned out.
I got you.
BP invited me to dinner with Ken and his wife, so I was reading about that. Anyway, what was the what?
Were you looking at a picture of Punch?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, it's hot in here.
Oh, no.
I'm going to make a phone call, Kelly.
Oh,
You know.
To Punch.
please.
So my question was for people that think they're still worried that to go to Disney or not, what do you think? They should come to Disney? Shouldn't come to Disney?
You know, honestly, I feel safer at Disney than anywhere else I've gone outside of my house. Honestly, I mean, you know, we went together and it felt almost like we had the park to ourselves. You know, it was very clean, lots of places to sanitize your hands. You saw the cast members cleaning all kinds of things. And it was just a happy, fun place. Now, if seeing the shows and meeting the characters and all that, I wouldn't suggest people go if this is like your once in a lifetime trip
For
time.
your first time, yeah.
Or if, you know, you go only every 5 years and, you know, it's going to cost you $15,000, probably not the time for you to go. But
I agree.
I especially think people in state or that don't maybe have to get on an airplane and come, maybe can drive here. I think it's a great time to come, and you're going to get probably one of the most memorable experiences of your life. It really feels customized for you. It feels very personal, like just comfortable and personal, and I love that Disney World kind of is a little more spontaneous, like Disneyland is, with the characters roaming and, you know, just an impromptu parade, and it just, I think it's a great time to go if you love Disney. You know,
absolutely.
Good. Josh goes to Disney.
like Kelly said, I definitely think that it's the safest place to be in regards to COVID for sure. Like she said, also, if you're out of state and you've been saving for months and months and months to come to Disney because you want to see fireworks, you want to see parades, you want to see everything, that's probably not the time to come. You probably should wait till next year at least. I know people that are there right now that are out of state and they're having the time of their life because they just enjoy Disney. So yes, there's still some pros to it, but there's also a lot of cons to it because there's not a lot of stuff going on. But like she said, there's a lot of impromptu things that are happening. For me personally, I was at the Penn Station, and the Penn Station doesn't have doors at downtown Disney, and they have the little ropes that say one door open and this is the entrance, this is the exit. I accidentally was heading towards the entrance door when I was trying to leave, not knowing where I was going because I forgot what way I came in. And the cast member stepped in front of me and literally didn't say anything. She just put her arm out and was like, "This way, sir." Like you're going out the wrong door. Please go this direction. And I was like, okay, so at least they're trying. They want everybody to be safe just in case anybody crosses paths. I think it's definitely going to be a memorable. What's the word? Memorable? Yeah, that's the word. Occasion. I think it's going to be an experience for anybody who goes. Anybody who loves Disney, it's probably going to be fun to go. I'm here in Florida, so I don't think it'll be that big of a deal for me. But I would say go.
Go.
Becky, Josh?
I just have one little thing, and then you can talk.
Yeah.
You'll talk more on it. I just think it depends on where your comfortability level is. You know, as far as how you feel about the situation as is, is should be your big determining factor. Because if you're not comfortable at all with the social distancing and the mask wearing, and you're really stressed out about it, then maybe no, because you're not going to enjoy yourself. You won't have that lax experience. But if you're comfortable and you're, like you guys have all said, if it's not your one and only trip, or if it's not going to cost you a lot of money, I would do it. So like some people might not need to go see fireworks and parades at that visit. Maybe they're planning a future visit. Then yeah, I'd say take advantage of the wait times and the small numbers.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. That's kind of what I was going to say. It's really up to the person. But if you go to the parks and you just let the magic happen, it'll happen. That's my belief. Like you could just, if you just go in and let it happen, it'll happen. Yes, you might not get the fireworks this time, but you got Rapunzel on a horse. So you different things are happening. You have the different character
with a balloon
on different floats going down the street. So there's different things for you to experience there. But it's really about, like she said, if you're not comfortable and you're like, oh my God, is that person 5 feet instead of 6 feet? Is that am I breathing their air? What's going on? Then stay home, because you're not going to enjoy it. But if you're comfortable enough, and I can tell you, from the looks of everything, totally safer than the grocery store, I think. So
and I packed my own little. I got at Target these little tiny travel packs of Clorox wipes. I just take them with me now. I take my little tiny pack of Clorox wipes and my little to-do pack.
Yeah. So if you're willing, if you're safe, if you feel safe, and you just let the magic happen, go for it. You should go.
Yeah. And if you're willing to social distance, like you said, wear a mask. If you're going to be one of those and not want to wear a mask and pull it down under your chin constantly, don't come.
Did you tell the percentage that we saw?
It sounds like you can get on a ton of rides too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, over and over. I mean, we only did
20 minutes.
We only rode 2 because I had to actually go back to work that day.
That never happens.
But I mean, we went right on Splash, right on Pirate, Gonzo.
Yeah, if you're a ride person, I'm more of a ride person.
Yeah, me too.
Well, and we tell people, like, okay, you're going to have to choose what you're going to want to do. If you're going into Disneyland, even though it's a smaller park than Walt Disney World, there's a ton of rides and things to do. So we always tell you, okay, what are your priorities? And then let's organize those and see what we can get done, because you can't do it all. But now it's like, maybe we could do every ride in the park, you know?
That sounds like a challenge.
Yeah.
Right?
I will say,
I've done a park in one day.
Plus other things. Plus other things.
I saw a vlog today where the social distancing markers that they put down on the ground for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train was all the way back to Little Mermaid's ride.
I believe it.
Like they're preparing. I think they're really preparing for when it starts to get to like the nitty gritty of it. That they're expecting lines to get longer because of the 6 feet.
Of course.
So those spots
they'll appear longer.
They do. But I'm saying like you're gonna be standing at Little Mermaid waiting to get onto Seven Dwarfs Mine Train,
right?
Which is insane.
Yeah, and eventually I think Disney's gonna open instead of 25, 50%. They're gonna open more percent and little by little get more people on it. So they're getting ready for that. Chris, what do you think?
You really want to know what I think?
Yes.
All right.
I do.
Wait, are you gonna sing again?
Now is the time. Now is the best time. No.
Okay, we ain't got time for that.
No,
we ain't got time for that.
I think it's really up to it's up to the person. You know, the thing is if you don't feel safe, then don't come. That's it. That's it. All right, because if you already don't feel safe, probably coming isn't going to make you feel any safer. So the other thing I just want to touch on real quick, I've seen some tweets today from people who was on Twitter going into the park. If you're now getting into the park and you're in line, you're not even in the park and you're already bitching, turn around and go away. because if you're already bitching, I already know you're going to go in there and yell at a cast member who had nothing to do with what you were upset about.
It's true.
So,
and not only that, there's a lot more to be upset about later on.
Just tell them it's Kelly's fault. They closed down.
And then
apparently
other thing is who in the hell is paying $15,000 to go to Disney World?
I thought the same thing. He said
There's people out there, believe me.
I mean, honestly, you know,
wasn't
you
buying all the Splash Mountain merch.
Because I know many. I deal with many people every day. It's been thousands.
People doing that.
Rope spends somewhere between 6,000 to 9,000 every time he goes.
If I'm spending $15,000, I'm staying in the suite in Cinderella's castle. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah. Well, he stays club level, and then,
yeah.
I don't understand 15,000. I guess that's like a really extended stay. You know,
Right.
14 days or something. Yeah.
All the dough whips you want.
Yeah. Go ahead.
As far as I'm concerned, here's the thing for me. From what I experienced, because remember I did the resort thing. You know. So if you're a resort lover, okay, if you're a foodie, now's the time to come. Because just to give you an idea, just to give you a little hint, just throw something on the barbecue here, okay? We got reservations for California Grill at the drop of a hat. Yeah, no problems. And it is hard to get into California Grill. It's impossible. Yeah, literally impossible. We got it in a matter of seconds. We were already in there. We got it they actually asked us, what time would you like to come? And we were like, oh.
Wait, what?
Are you serious? This is California Grill, right? This isn't like, Crystal Palace or something. This is California Grill.
Are the menus limited?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
They are limited. Okay. But they're not really, really limited. It's just if you've been there before, you'll notice that it's serious.
Let's talk about the wave, Al. Gonzo went, and they had.
I went there too. Yeah.
No bread. I mean,
they didn't
literally,
have bread?
no bread.
They got bread. I was there this morning. They got bread.
They had no bread.
It came in.
So and Ken just wanted white toast with like his Denny's style breakfast.
No
order.
bread. No bread.
No bread for you, Ken. We don't have bread.
No bread.
I had the Floridian eggs Benedict, but the crab cake. Oh,
nice.
All right, so
that Disney World low carb diet is what.
It's fantastic.
Nice. So I guess my point of view is, first of all, if you're coming out of state, you gotta think that and check your state doesn't put you in quarantine because you're in Florida, because a lot of states are doing that. So if you're going to Florida, make sure you don't quarantine when you go back. The second thing is, again, if you're going to be open-minded, you're going to take care of yourself and you're going to follow the rules. And You're gonna follow everything.
And be nice.
That's the thing.
The
Be
world
nice.
is there for you, like Josh said.
Yes.
You do the magic. You create your own magic.
Yeah.
It's gonna be different. Yeah, it's gonna be different by all means. But it's the safest place right now to be, honestly, besides your home. I'm pretty sure all homes are safe, but it's the safest place right now to be. So come in, enjoy the resorts, enjoy the food, enjoy the parks, enjoy the rides. It's like Kelly says, a personal. It's like you create your personal vacation, and you have. Imagine you have a cast member with you, even though you don't have it there with you, that is showing you the park, and you can go to any rides 20 times. It's like a VIP tour. You know, you go through the fast pass thing, and you go the rides and stuff like that. So imagine that.
The limited menu scared me. I like to eat when I go.
No, I think there's still good food. Like I got at the Wave, they have these sweet, it sounds gross, but they're sweet potato pancakes, and they are the most delicious things in your mouth. Yeah. It's like almost like pumpkin pie pancakes. I don't know how, right?
Yeah,
so good.
Me and Rover and I, we were like, this is like Halloween candy in our mouth. I mean, that's what we kept calling it.
Yeah. And again, you get all the main things are still there.
The main things are still there.
Yeah, it's sure. So don't worry about it.
I'll be right back.
You're gonna enjoy it.
Just don't ask for white bread.
I think being an annual pass holder, it's even better because they are doing different things. So you're seeing something that you didn't see every time you went.
I would go because I've never been, so I'm looking at any opportunity to go there.
Yes,
to Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
I would say if you come to Disney World, please follow the rules.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't have a problem with anybody not following the rules at the resorts. Man.
No, I'm just saying, like,
if
on
point.
You want to take your mask off, there's like places you can go take your mask off.
Yes.
Don't just take your mask off to be defiant. Just like go sit in those places and take your mask off and rest like you want to.
Yeah.
But don't ruin it for other people, because that's how if Disney World is going to get shut down. It's because people are going to come in and not do what they're supposed to be doing. Yeah. And it's going to cause problems.
Yeah, and we're gonna end the live stream now with this. Disney can do so much for you, but each of us have to put our part and be responsible, like Mar said, for keeping the Disney community healthy, the people around us, cast members, other guests. We have to do our part as well. So make sure you follow protocol, you wear your mask, wash your hands, do your thing. And by all means, just follow the rules. It's simple as that. If everybody follows the rules, it will be so easy.
Yes.
Okay, and with that, start over.
And with that, we're gonna call it tonight. Again, I want to thank everybody for being here today. Al, Chris, Addy Family Adventure, Mickey Bunch, Josh Goes to Disney, Meet Life, Bob. Thanks so much for being here. Chat, thanks so much for the support. We appreciate you. All of us here, we appreciate the support. Without you, wouldn't be here. Make sure you go ahead and check all these channels that are here with me, my friends, and I appreciate your time. I know it's late at night for a lot of us. Others,
we're wide awake. We're ready.
The sun is still.
I bought Josh an horchata coffee,
so
he's ready.
Oh, yum!
So they're probably going to go party now and stuff like that. Guys, thanks so much again.
Yep.
I'll see you guys soon. Be good, be safe, enjoy Disney, enjoy the parks, enjoy life, because we have to thank God that we have life and we can wake up every morning.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Until next time.
Wait, real quick before we say that. Until next time, real quick. Tomorrow, Breakfast with Pals. You got to be there. It's going to be amazing. I'm just
in the morning.
Right now. We're not going to talk about it anymore. Just be there. It's going to be amazing.
Until next time.
So fun. Love
We'll
seeing
see you real
Becky.
soon.
I
Bye.
love you, Kelly. Bye, guys.